This hypnosis session has been created especially for women who feel as though menopause or perimenopause has quietly chipped away at their confidence. Perhaps you've noticed yourself questioning decisions you would have once made without hesitation. Perhaps you found yourself worrying more about what other people think. Maybe you've stopped recognizing the woman you used to be. Or perhaps you've simply lost trust in yourself. If any of that feels familiar, please know that you are not alone. Many women describe feeling as though they've somehow become a different person, less certain, less capable, less resilient. But tonight, we're not creating confidence from nothing, because confidence isn't something you have to build from the beginning. It's something you already possess. Tonight, we simply allow you to reconnect with it. Before we begin, please remember this session is not a diagnosis or a substitute for medical advice. If you have concerns about your health or well-being, please speak to a qualified healthcare professional. Please listen only when you can rest safely and comfortably. Never listen while driving or doing anything requiring your full attention. You remain aware and in control throughout this session. For the very best results, listen regularly over the next 7 nights or whenever needed. If you find these sessions helpful, you'll find many more here on this channel or on my website. Now, make yourself completely comfortable, allow your eyes to close, and simply begin noticing how good it feels to have nowhere else to be and nothing else expected of you for these next few moments. Allow your breathing to find its own comfortable rhythm. There is nothing to change, nothing to force. Simply allowing your body to begin settling. Settling in its own time. Notice the surface beneath you. Supporting you completely. Holding you without asking anything in return. As though for the next little while you are allowed to simply be. Imagine now that you are standing at the beginning of a beautiful woodland path. The air feels fresh. The trees stand quietly all around you, strong, steady, unhurried. Soft sunlight filters gently through the leaves. The path ahead feels inviting, safe, familiar somehow. As though you've walked this path before. A very long time ago. You begin taking slow, comfortable steps. There is no rush. No destination you need to reach quickly. Every step feels easy, natural, comfortable. As you walk, you notice something interesting. The further along the path you travel, the lighter you begin to feel. Not because anything outside of you is changing, but because something inside you is beginning to settle. With every step, your shoulders soften. Your jaw relaxes. The muscles around your eyes become smooth and comfortable. Even your breathing seems quieter now. You continue walking until you notice an old wooden bench beside the path. You sit down for a moment. And as you do, you realize this place feels wonderfully peaceful. Safe enough to simply think. safe enough to simply notice. Without judgment, without criticism, without needing to fix anything. As you sit there, a gentle thought comes to mind. When did you begin doubting yourself? Not because you need an answer, simply allowing the question to drift gently through your mind. Because there was a time when you trusted yourself much more easily. You made decisions. You laughed without analysing yourself afterwards. You spoke without replaying every conversation. You walked into rooms without wondering how everyone else saw you. That woman existed. She was real. And here's something important to remember. She hasn't disappeared. She isn't lost. She hasn't been left behind somewhere. She is still part of you. Sometimes life simply piles layer upon layer upon layer over the top of our confidence. Stress, responsibility, poor sleep, hormonal changes, self-doubt, exhaustion, disappointment, years spent putting everyone else first. Until eventually it begins to feel as though confidence has gone. But confidence doesn't disappear. Sometimes it simply becomes hidden. Like the sun behind clouds. The clouds can make the sky look completely different. Yet the sun never stopped shining. And in the exact same way, your confidence has never stopped existing. It has simply been waiting. Waiting patiently for you to notice it again. As you sit quietly beneath these beautiful trees, imagine every self-critical thought you've carried becoming a single autumn leaf. One by one, they gently loosen their grip. I'm not good enough. A leaf drifts softly to the ground. I've changed. Another leaf floats away. I can't cope like I used to. Another leaf lets go. I'm not confident anymore. Another leaf released by the breeze. You don't push them away. You don't fight them. You simply allow them to fall naturally. because they no longer need to be carried. The tree does not struggle to let go. Of old leaves. It simply knows they are no longer needed. And just like that tree, your mind can begin letting go of beliefs that no longer belong to the woman you are becoming. Now notice something else. As the old leaves settle, onto the woodland floor, more light begins filtering through the branches above. The path becomes brighter, warmer, clearer, and somehow so do you. Not because you've changed, because more of the real you is becoming visible again. The capable you, the kind you, the resilient you, the woman who has overcome difficult times before. The woman who has adapted again and again throughout her life. You may not have given yourself credit for that. But it's true. Look back over your life. Think of everything you have already survived. everything you've learned, everything you've carried, everything you've overcome. You are not here because life has always been easy. You are here because you have found your way through difficult seasons before. And that strength still lives within you. It always has. Perhaps menopause has shaken your confidence. Perhaps it has made you question yourself. Perhaps it has left you feeling unfamiliar. But it has not taken away your wisdom. It has not taken away your kindness. It has not taken away your resilience. It has not taken away your worth. Those things remain, quietly waiting for you to trust them again. And with every calm breath, every peaceful moment, every gentle word you hear, that trust begins to grow once more. And now, as you continue sitting peacefully beneath these beautiful trees, you begin to notice something changing. Not around you, within you. It isn't dramatic. It isn't loud. It doesn't arrive all at once. Instead, it feels like remembering something. You had simply forgotten. Like recognizing an old friend. After many years apart. Because confidence has never needed to shout. Real confidence is quiet. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't compare itself to anyone else. It simply knows. I am enough. Allow those words to settle comfortably within you. I am enough. Not because you have achieved everything, not because life has been perfect, not because every day has been easy, simply because your worth has never depended on any of those things. There has never been a day when your value disappeared. There have only been days when it became harder to see. Imagine now standing up from the bench. As you do, you notice your posture naturally changing. Your shoulders gently settle back. Your head feels comfortably balanced. Your breathing feels steady. You aren't trying to look confident. You simply feel comfortable being yourself. You begin walking along the woodland path once more. With every step, you notice your feet feeling secure beneath you. Each step feels certain. Grounded. Calm. As though the earth itself reminds you that you belong exactly where you are. There is no need to apologize. For taking up space. No need to make yourself smaller. No need to hide your thoughts. Your opinions. Or your kindness. You have every right to be here. Just as every tree around you belongs here. None of them compare themselves to one another. Tall trees do not apologize for their height. The younger trees do not criticize themselves for still growing. Each one simply becomes what it was always meant to become. And perhaps you can allow yourself the same kindness. As you continue walking, you come to a small, still lake. The surface is perfectly calm. Like glass. You walk towards the edge. And look down into the reflection. At first, you notice only yourself. But then something begins to change. The reflection looking back at you seems lighter. Calmer. More relaxed. You recognize her, not because she looks younger, not because she looks different, because her eyes hold something familiar. Self-belief. Self-respect. Quiet confidence. She isn't pretending. She isn't performing. She isn't trying to impress anyone. She simply trusts herself. And as you continue looking, you realize something beautiful. She isn't another version of you. She is you. The part of you that has always been there. The part that life sometimes covered with worry. The part that poor sleep. Stress. Changing hormones. And endless responsibilities temporarily hid from view. She smiles gently. Almost as though she's been waiting for you. Not with disappointment, not with judgment, only with warmth. As if to say, there you are. I've been here all along. You smile back. And in that simple moment, something reconnects. Not because somebody has given you confidence, because you've remembered that it was already yours. Take a slow breath. imagine that calm confidence flowing gently from the reflection into you. Not like magic, like recognition. Every part of you remembering how it feels to trust yourself again. To make decisions without endless second guessing. To speak without replaying every word afterwards. To say yes when something feels right. To say no when something doesn't. To stop needing everyone else's approval. Before giving yourself permission, because your opinion matters. Your feelings matter. Your instincts matter. And the more gently you listen to yourself, the stronger that quiet confidence becomes. Now imagine yourself over the coming days perhaps answering the telephone, speaking with ease, meeting someone, smiling naturally, walking into a room, holding your head comfortably high, not because you're trying to appear confident, because you feel at peace with yourself. Imagine making a simple decision and allowing that decision to be enough. without going back over it, without wondering whether someone else would have chosen differently. Trust in yourself, little by little, day by day. Notice yourself becoming kinder when you make mistakes, because confident people don't believe they're perfect. They simply know they don't have to be. Allow yourself to learn, to grow, to laugh at yourself sometimes, to move forwards instead of standing still. And perhaps the greatest change of all is that your inner voice begins to soften. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" you begin asking, "What do I need today?" Instead of saying, "I can't," find yourself saying, "I'll see what happens." Instead of criticizing yourself, you begin encouraging yourself in the same gentle way you would encourage someone you love. Because you deserve that kindness too. The woodland path begins opening out now into warm sunshine. You pause for a moment. Looking back, the path behind you is still there. The difficult days haven't disappeared. They remain part of your journey. But they no longer define who you are. Ahead of you, there is space. possibility, hope, and a growing sense of trust. Trust in your ability to cope. Trust in your judgment. Trust in your resilience. Trust in yourself. And from this day forward, each time you stand a little taller, each time you speak with honesty, each time you make a decision, each time you treat yourself with kindness, that quiet confidence grows stronger. Not because you're becoming someone new, but because you are coming home to yourself. Take a few peaceful moments now. Simply allowing all of these gentle changes to settle comfortably within you. There is nothing more to do, nothing to force. Simply allowing your mind to absorb everything that feels right for you. Knowing that each time you return to this session, that calm confidence becomes a little more familiar. a little more natural. A little more effortless. Because it has always belonged to you. It always will. You are enough. Exactly as you are. In this moment, and in every moment still to come. Rest now. Peacefully. Comfortably. Confidently knowing that the woman you have been searching for has been within you all along.